Chill Smith,
Nubz,
and this is the first episode of
For the Culture.
Stay tuned.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Yo.
So today we're doing two different album reviews. One of Chris Rockwell's
10 Years in the Breaking,
and one of Gervs'
Emotions.
So we're just gonna jump right into it. Yeah, let's go.
Actually, I'm gonna say I picked out Chris Rockwell's.
You picked out Gervs.
Yeah.
And these are two very different albums, yet at the same time, like, have a lot of similarities and stuff.
You know, I didn't notice before too. They
What's
both
up?
have 8 tracks.
That's right, they both have 8 tracks, kind of. Well, on Apple Music, I saw Gervs had 2 Emotions.
He's got some sneaky stuff.
Yeah, he's got some sneaky stuff.
Trying to double those streams.
Double those single numbers. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, Jesus.
we can talk about the album covers.
Yeah, so the album covers of both of these albums, both Chris Rockwell's 10 Years in the Breaking and Gervs' Emotions, are, like we said, both like similar albums. The album art is very similar in a way as well,
Yeah, I
also real different.
I'm like a huge fan of like people that put thought into their album art.
Absolutely.
And like clearly, both these guys have put thought into like their album art. We got Chris Rockwell, 10 Years in the Breaking. I don't know for a fact, but I believe that he took that photo himself.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a really good photo, too. I mean, it really is like a high-quality photo, not to mention it leaves that mystery there, like you're not really sure what the album's about. It just knows that it's definitely, most likely intense.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude is not even in the pic.
Yeah, dude's not even in the pic. And then,
airplane.
contrary, on the other hand, you got Gervs with Emotion, who is sort of in the pic. It is definitely his face. It's kind of hard to make out, but it's his face. And I think conceptually, both these albums paint out the tone of what, the type of music you're going to hear on each, which is really cool.
It looks like a painting.
It does look like a painting, yeah, it absolutely has that. If you look really closely, too, like, you can probably see it behind us when we're doing all this.
Yep.
But it should say Emotions real small, very in the background.
Yeah,
I
like the detail of that.
Yeah, just a cool artistic move that really works out. Very similar to how you were saying that Chris Rockwell actually wrote out that
the text on there, he actually, I believe he wrote that out with his hands.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. It's authentic, and you don't see it every day, especially because like digital fonts are so the wave. Like you never really.
You gotta make sure you get the free ones though. Don't get the ones that are already being used.
Yeah, I will absolutely. I mean, especially if the people that are like making the fonts and stuff are looking for money, and you're not paying them. That's kind of messed up.
Fuck them for their hard work.
Fuck them for their hard work. Opposite.
So look, we can get to like the first song.
Yeah, the first song off Chris Rockwell's 10 Years in the Breaking.
RC Cola and $5 rum.
I actually have never RC Cola. Yeah, I've had RC Cola.
I've had RC Cola.
Definitely never had $5 rum.
Nah, I don't know.
Probably.
Where would you get $5 rum at?
Old Chinese man is trying to poison you.
Yeah,
I have the rum. It's only $5. This is a great opener to the album. RC Cola and $5 rum paints out not only the type of artist Chris Rockwell is, but the whole tone of the album and the way everything is going to flow in. You get an idea of his style, his cadence, really just who Chris Rockwell is, and like I said, this is really.
It's got like some live guitar in there.
Yeah, the instruments are live. The instruments are also live. There is some digital, I think. There's some digital.
It's a good balance.
It is a nice balance, yeah.
It's a lot of punk rockish.
It's definitely have the punk rock feel.
Hip hop lyrics.
There's a like you hear throughout the album. There's almost like these crossbreeds of genres, which is really cool. So I would definitely call this album an artistic.
And I think that's him as a person. You know what I mean? Like
you can tell he's an artist. He's not just a rapper
or
a lyricist or something. There's definitely a thicker layer, and it's it's pretty deep. This album definitely pretty deep.
He talks about we're probably gonna get into this more as we dive into the album, but there's like consistent themes and lyrics throughout.
Absolutely.
The
airplanes are one of those themes. Travel's one of those themes.
Yep.
You can tell this guy, Chris Rockwell's on the road. You can tell he's going from place to place. And I feel like, I don't want to say too much because we're just starting, but there's definitely a love story that you really can follow throughout this tape. So do you want to jump to a track?
Yeah, we can do the next track. And it's called Breathe Easy.
Yeah, Breathe Easy, which is one of the
My
different
favorite
type of beat. Yeah, it's
my favorite beat
it's crazy. Literally, it's a different type of beat, but I like it. It's a cool sounding beat.
I feel like it's I'm a Joe Budden fan. And it's got like some emo type tone to it.
Yeah, no.
And you know what? Both of these albums are pretty emo.
Yeah, I mean, emotions.
Yeah, you know.
But they both work under the principle of some heartbreaking material.
Would you consider yourself an emo?
Would I consider myself an emo?
No.
No, I think I'm more on the end of like being a cold individual. Not that it's like cool to laugh at awful things. But when generally shitty things happen, especially in my own life, I'm more. I could just be a jackass.
Yeah.
There is that, but I think it's more just like I don't know, kind of just like on all fronts, just kind of like busy mentally and not a lot. Yeah. So I think you know what it is. I'm so exhausted. I don't have time for like the extra dramatic shit. I don't know. But yeah.
So yeah, Breathe Easy.
Breathe Easy is a solid track. There's a couple things in this track I wrote down that I really like. Right off the bat, I like the beat. He has the perfect flow for this beat. I feel like there's this one type of flow that he does in the song where you think all things in due time, and he's kind of like hitting. I'm trying to remember the exact. Is it coming up?
I think it passed already.
It passed already. But it's really cool the way that he goes into basically. You get this idea of he is this very outwardly calm person. You're not really getting too much of the inside. And Breathe Easy is what he's telling himself to kind of like get through life and everything. It's like he's going through his own internal struggle. So the album reflects on that.
One of the consistent themes that are throughout this album is a lot of internal conflict.
Internal conflict for sure. A lot of thoughts. A lot of like. What I love an artist opens the door to what's going on in their head and their life. And like you really hear that throughout the music.
So we can
go to track 3 for sure.
Going Away Party, aka
the Verrazano
song.
The instrumentation for this song is perfect, and it works with the tone really well. You get like this vibe from the second it starts of like almost a single feel. Like this is kind of like a single record.
I like how
no pun intended.
I like how he put the Verrazano song in parentheses.
Yeah,
because he knew people were going to call it the Verrazano song.
The reason I think he calls it the Verrazano song is because on the Verrazano is where I think he comes up with the concept for the song.
Yes, I do. I do actually know that's.
That's 100%.
Yeah, okay. I got like inside scoop. And
I was a shot in the dark, so worked out pretty well. But yeah, this is a really cool story where he basically is in love with this girl, and they clearly have been, like together for a minute.
I feel like she's moving on to better things.
She got a new job.
Yeah,
and
he's a party.
He's not coming.
And he's just a bitter dude. Nah, he's there.
Yeah, he's there for her going away party, but he's not having a good time the entire time. And you get this vibe. He says, "I move through the room, and the room moves through me." Really cool, like imagery. He almost feels like almost a ghost standing there because it's just like all happening so fast. I imagine it's just a really cool like outlook on the whole. Like it's just well worded and it's a cool song.
It's
one of my favorite ones.
Definitely one of my favorite songs.
Catchy as hook.
It is, and I think of like cruising on the Verrazano Bridge.
Cruising on the Verrazano, driving.
I'm listening to the song.
Yeah, you get like you definitely get a vibe of like a driving vibe. I think a lot of these songs are good driving songs. He's just got a lot of like it's kind of like drawn out, calm, relaxing. You got that like ambience. You can just relax.
Well, this next song is like an airplane song.
Airplane mode.
Airplane mode.
Such a good song.
Real moody.
Really moody song.
I like the production on this.
I think
for biased reasons.
Yeah.
But
why don't you tell the people your biased reasons?
No, I'm not gonna tell them. They can figure it out.
All right, you can figure it out.
But
yeah, this is really good.
Just the moodiness and the ambience in the song.
There's
and it slows like the album down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like the middle point of the album.
Absolutely.
Which is a great time to like
to hit this song.
Yeah.
There's like 3 crucial points in making an album. There's the opening, there's your middle point, and then there's the end.
The stages.
Yeah, those are your 3 stages of like impression. Those are like the 3. Usually you have a single each, or either like track 2 or like opening the album or something like that. But with airplane mode, I like this because you're not, again, with the internal conflict, sitting with this one girl, thinking about another while he's on the runway, traveling yet again. Again, a lot of just internal conflict. I think, is it this song? He says,
And it's like parallel to that.
Yeah,
like it makes you think of the album cover. Like it makes things make sense when you hear this song and you look at the album cover.
The album, because in the song he goes, you know, if they're on the plane, he's just thinking about all these different emotions, and then he sits there and he says, because I'll jump if you dare me. I've had a whole lifetime to prepare me. First off, bars. Secondly, you know, just a really cool way of phrasing like where he's at mentally in the moment, and that's where you get the idea of the visual that comes with the album art, which I love. I love an artist like kind of they pick one thing from like a song and they know that's like a big defining theme, and then they make that the album art.
I actually think all these songs are made. Actually, I'm pretty sure a lot of these lyrics are about 10 years old. Like it literally
10 years in the breaking.
Yeah,
because maybe throughout 10 years collectively.
Collectively, and like some of the verses were written a couple of years ago, and he's just like, man, I got these lyrics, I'm gonna use them. And
maybe she got like a new boyfriend. He just got pissed off. He's just like, you know what? I'm making now. East Coast Heartview. Yeah, my favorite track off the album. One of my favorite tracks off the album. It's like this and track 7. I'm just like conflicted on beyond belief.
Yeah, track East Coast Heartview was like summertime, man.
It's just a summer vibe. It's a cool jam. It's definitely. I feel like after airplane mode, you get like the internal conflict, and then you know the East Coast Heartview hits you in this way of just like, oh, okay, I could just like vibe to this. This is like chill.
Yeah,
it's a different take.
You don't have to like
it's not very
really
sad.
consume all the lyrics. You can just kind of vibe out and just let it play in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
And the lyrics are there for you if you want to listen to the lyrics.
100%.
Which is it's good music. That's like makes for a good single.
I would say this would definitely be playing in like LBI. I could definitely hear this in like one of those surf shops. You know, like just it's just got that vibe to it. It's a really cool. Plus, oh my god, like toxically catchy hook. I love that shit.
Yeah, it might be my favorite casual song to listen to.
Agreed. Yeah.
So next track is
Possible candidate for the Kite Flying Society.
What a long ass title.
It's some Panic at the Disco type of titling.
Yeah,
that's East Coast Heartview.
That's the song I don't want to play.
That's not the one you
This is the one I want to play.
I like the piano. I like the instruments on this entire project, but this particular album just has like such a really good. I'm saying particular album. I don't know. Which one is this? Oh, this is the one with Paint a House a Different Color, right?
Yeah.
He has a flow in this where he's like collarbone, student loans, all that. I really like that flow. We can't keep painting this house a different color was a line he says in this.
He refers to houses a lot throughout the album.
Maybe they live together.
Possibly, maybe.
That'd be pretty sick.
I guess it would be pretty sick. And he made a fucking song about it.
he keeps calling back to it, so yeah, that's pretty cool. It's just, I don't know, like, I feel like there's overall like Easter eggs and themes artists leaving albums. It's pretty sick. But,
yeah.
As far as Possible Candidate, when I pass by cemeteries, I think about what we are. He says that. The hook is very soft vocally and subtle. It's nice. It's a nice, like, the calmer song on the tape.
It fits very well on the album, like where it is. It fits like it's meant to be there. So
when we kiss, we exchange comments about the weather.
Yeah, that's like
you really get that poetic background.
Yeah, and that's like some coexisting type stuff. Like
you're barely.
Yeah,
you're barely in it with each other.
You're just in the same room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just in the same room. Yeah, literally.
So with that being said, we can move on to the next track.
I made you a mixtape! This is one of my favorite songs off of this tape. It's just a really good, fun, energetic...
delivered well.
It's a cool story.
And I love mixtapes, man. I like making mixtapes.
Yeah.
I used to make some mixtapes back in the day. You know what I mean?
For the ladies.
For the ladies, you know what I mean? Had to hit the CD store to get the songs.
Get the CDs. Get the blank CDs from Staples.
Get the blank CDs. You gotta make sure. You know what I mean? You gotta put the handwriting on it. Like
there's a little bit of an age gap.
Yeah, this is a little bit.
Like where I was like, yo, you should check out the song on iTunes. Like, it's just all been like.
I'll send you a link. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll send you a link. Is more or they would send like the YouTube link of the video, so you just have the song of like your song on the playlist. Like there was all these different like
2018, man.
Now, kids
take me
nowadays
back to
don't know that.
2000.
If they're taking it back to CDs, I'll be shocked. But I think made you a mixtape. I have a theory with this song. I made you a mixtape is this tape. Like, this tape is everything I couldn't say, and all these tracks are like things he didn't say.
Like the whole album.
So the whole album. Fucking Illuminati conspiracy. This is the mixtape.
You breaking down the fourth wall with that one, bro. Explosion just went off in my head, man.
Just axes into
And we can hit the last track.
Window pane.
This is my favorite song. I think.
Yeah, very emotional track.
Yeah, super emotional. Like extremely well thought out.
Opening with the voicemail.
Yeah, with the voicemail of someone like they're talking about Chris's voicemail where his voicemail is really him yelling in the phone like his name. So if he can change that, that would be very convenient. But yeah, it starts off with that skit and then like it goes into like this rain and it's very well done.
I really like the melody.
Yeah, and like the vocal delivery, I think
it reminds me of Airplane Mode a little bit.
I think his best.
Which is cool because it's the ending track and also what you see on the album art is the airplane.
Yeah.
So it really like comes together well at that point. I feel like the instrumental is nice and soft. It's simple. It's a good closer. It's just a really nice closer.
Yeah, it makes sense and like the lyrics are. This is like something that you need. You have to get the album to understand this song and to like. This is quality like album song. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, absolutely.
It because it fits within like the whole artwork of the song of like the
whole artistic process all culminates into Window Pane. Which is, I don't know. I personally think this whole album, he's just really well conveying what's going on in his head and in his heart. And, like, throughout all of his things, you don't know exactly how far back she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you never really are clarified on that. But you know the damage that's been done and, like...
And you know, she likes whoever this person was, like to drink.
What I really like about the similarities between this and the project we're about to talk about is that these are both two people that made their emotional inner struggle like catchy hooks.
Yeah, into art.
And art, yeah.
Yeah, which is the way it should be, you know what I mean?
If you're not doing something with the game and you're just holding it, I feel like that's just words, you know? Like, if you put it out there in music and song, I feel like it'll just work out easier and better for your life overall.
So, I love the album.
10 Years in the Breaking.
10 Years in the Breaking, bravo. He produced all this. Shout out to Zach Slater for mixing it.
Jimmy Muir was also.
He played guitar on like 8 of the songs.
8 of the songs are all
6 or 8. Yeah.
I believe that. Yeah,
I think at least 4.
Regardless, this is all just a really well made project, just put together. Yes. And from the album art onward, I'm in the story. I understand what's happening, and just well done. Good job, Chris Rockwell. His links are all in the description.
Yes, sir.
Okay, album number 2, Gervs with Emotions. Now, this is a very different album from Chris Rockwell's 10 Years in the Breaking, but similar theme in the sense that another poor heart has been shattered. Same word.
Destroyed.
And in this, we're going in a much more different direction. While in 10 Years in the Breaking, you had like sort of like some poppy records, a much more like emotional. This is like packaged for the radio.
Yeah.
This is made
and it's more contemporary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The R&B is there. So let's just dive right in. This is track 1, Dead Roses. Absolutely excellent opener.
Nick actually told me about this guy. I haven't listened to him prior to this. I was like, yo, this guy's dope.
This is a very talented artist. When I heard the full project, it made me think like, there's a lot of money coming to this kid. That was one of my first thoughts.
Yeah, he deserves every stream that he gets, man.
The writing in this, because these are not only excellent productions.
Oh, the writing is great.
The writing is excellent. The overall direction the whole album goes in, how they are all different emotions, how throughout this album there's so much to appreciate.
And as far as production goes, maybe he produced it.
He may have produced it, or someone in the family may have produced it, because I do know a little bit backstory. He works really closely with his older brother, who was a sound engineer in New York, and worked with, I think, Alicia Keys. I may be wrong there.
So, Alicia Keys?
He's done production.
Just Alicia Keys?
I don't know if it's her, though. I could be wrong.
You still got it.
It could be just delicious.
Hey, man. The production is fire.
The production is fire on all of these tracks. Honestly.
Yeah, it's great. Engineering is fire too. Shout out to
Mixed by Ray. Mixed by Ray.
Ray.
Excellent job. Great work, buddy. Honestly, real good stuff.
Yeah, and this first song is like
Dead Roses in my basement.
Yeah, the visual is real good.
I just picture him in the basement looking at some Dead Roses, being like, "I'm gonna go down about this." Yeah, just sitting there, just steaming like. She's just gonna do me like that. Then she's gonna leave. She's gonna disappear. Okay, so
wait till I'm famous.
Yeah, wait till I'm yeah. She'll miss me when I'm famous. We like going through good lines in the song. So in this one, the one that hits me is "Now you're a stranger, fake entertainer," and then she'll miss me when I'm famous.
Yeah, man, you throwing the shade on her. It's all good. So you wanna?
We can go to track 2.
Track 2.
On my own. You were saying you really like this track.
This, man, it resonates with me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I like to consider myself somewhat of a loner, and what's the word I'm looking for? Introverted. Oh yeah, introspective.
Yeah.
This whole fucking both these albums are fucking introspective.
Yeah, they're both very like in the internal dialogue, and it really is.
But like this one is.
I love this one too. I mean, I like all of these kind of the same way.
Yeah.
But I like this one. It's a very cool, smooth R&B record. The hook is beautiful, and it's just so radio, and it's fit perfectly with that singing like go.
The melodies, man, he's got it.
Yeah, that's on fire. Yeah, the melody's fire. He's a good singer, and again, the engineering, all of it just sounds really top notch. This is some good shit. Track 3.
Track number 3, baby, Attitude.
Track 3 is Attitude. I obviously dumb statement here, but I love the track's attitude. I like the mood of it. I like the
I think it's good.
The tone, the tone of it.
Yeah,
it's just it's really cool, and the hook is one of my favorite lyrical ones. But honestly, I think Believe Tell Me is one of my favorite hooks.
This is like and this song is like that's another one of those coexisting songs. Like you can tell it's the end of the relationship.
Yeah. Absolutely. And she did have an attitude, for sure.
Yeah. So next song.
Next track, Tell Me.
I think this is like straight to the radio.
We could build a city of memories.
Yeah. This is like you're watching one of those real romantic movies with a bunch of attractive people. And like someone's running in the station like, no, leave me.
Yeah, and like they always catch them right before they get on the bus. Like,
yeah.
Oh, where's stop?
Yeah,
I've loved you since 8th grade. They're never surprised. They're always down. They're always like, fuck the job interview. I don't need to go. Like they're playing stuff. It's always like, and then they're married next scene. You're like, man, these girls are really fast, man.
That's what this song's
for. But Tell Me is an excellent track from the hook to the vocals. So you're gonna hear us repeat it a lot because they're all top notch in all the same ways. Yeah, these are radio packages. This is a fantastic project. The title track, Emotions, is another track that when you hear, you go, have I heard this before? Because that's the feeling of that classic radio record that you're like, damn, this is such a familiar sound. Because it's created perfectly for the radio. This is just a really well-made, well-made song.
I think like the vocal performance on this song is the best out of all the songs. I mean, they're all delivered extremely well, but like I would really like the vocal performance on this one.
Yeah, I would say fans of like one of these tracks most likely will be fans of the other.
Yeah, I can't see you
6 or 7.
I can't see you not liking. I feel like one song you're gonna like all.
You're probably gonna like all because it's the same style yet differently brought to you and different melodies and just a really well-rounded album. And we do explore different emotions, like obviously as the title suggests. Jumping into 6.
Yeah. Found
by now he's featured Dylan Fiedler.
Yes.
Yeah. They both do well on the song. Definitely taking some notes on this one. And the soundtrack, I honestly, this is the only one I think of the whole album that I'm like, it's good. I like it. It definitely
belongs on the album.
It belongs on the album. It feels good. It's an optimistic song. It's a nice song.
That's about that. Optimistic. I feel like he's finding love. He's dealt with the bullshit. And he's like, man, I got this girl. I like her. I'm fucking with her. I'll make a song about her.
Yeah. Okay.
No, screw that other chick.
Yes, go another chick. Yeah, I hear you on that. I mean, it's definitely an optimistic record. It just, I feel like it doesn't. I mean, it's a production or something, but there's something about this particular record that just the other ones get me in like this. Yep, this is ready to go out to the radio right now. This one just feels like it's a good song, but I feel like the other ones are just on such another tier.
And on another tier, we can go to the next one.
Story of My
Night. This song is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah,
it's like really personal. It's extremely well written.
This is the powerful piano that I love. Honest lyrics, I would say the best written lyrical, the best written.
You know, I would agree with you.
I think lyric wise, this is best written track. It's just well put together.
Yeah, it starts off real personal.
Yeah, my face is breaking.
My face is breaking out. That's some raw shit.
I've been going through some shit. I can feel that. I think everybody can.
You know what? This is on par with On My Own. Now that I'm
On My Own and Story of My Nights both have a very similar vibe. I would say
you can just cry to these. You know, I'm gonna cry to these songs.
You're gonna cry to these songs.
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, I'm not a piece of shit for laughing at tears. I don't get them often. I almost cried at a fucking goofy Adam Sandler movie. I don't understand myself. I'm like, he's such a weird character. Like, why am I crying?
What Adam Sandler movie?
It's like a new one.
We'll talk
about this later. But Story of My Night's another excellent track.
Love it. Is it my favorite song? Maybe.
I would say it's one of my favorites. But the next one,
Alive
is by far, I think, my favorite.
It's just like
it's an amazing record.
It's a good way to end the record too, because it's kind of like on a
This is the 8th track.
More like upbeat, like I'm alive. I dealt with the heartbreak.
My soul is justified. First off, cool ass hook line. I can always appreciate when people use like more complicated concepts in catchy hooks. And when you put like my soul is justified and then like the almost dubstep like bass comes in. This whole song is just packaged in such a way where it's like it's just one of my favorite records. I think this one, Emotions Tell Me.
This is like another song I can kind of like hear. Like I'm at AC, you know what I'm saying? I'm at the pool at the Harris, you know, sipping on something. And some chick stumbling around.
Yeah. I feel
good. I can totally another good song, man. This is he's got some
toxically catchy hook. It's such a good one. It's just a great ender to the album. It just ends on a positive note. And I think we can let it play out. I want to hear that hook again. If you make a little louder.
We vibing. Put your candles in the air.
Yeah, put your candles in the air.
Yeah. Or cell phones. Okay, is it coming? There it is. Hey. How you feel, Nick?
Plus the riff choice is very interesting. Like, throughout this album, I find myself going, okay, this melody, I kind of could see he would do next. And then, he's doing this. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Like, it's just a whole different twist. Yeah. I think if you're a fan of Post Malone, you will most likely be a fan of Gervs.
With that being said, if you like great music, you don't like Post Malone, but you do like this.
Agreed. I mean, you don't need to be a fan of Post. I'm just saying, generally, the market in saying, like...
Yeah, the contemporary
personal, contemporary, R&B, emotional. It's just, these are both great records. So, applaud to both Chris Rockwell and Gervs. You guys absolutely killed your projects. These dropped relatively in the same time frame. So, it is pretty awesome. We have artists doing this. And we just wanted to show light on them, along with everybody else that we're going to be doing on For the Culture, because this is episode uno.
Episode 1. It took us 8 years to do it, but we did it.
I crossed the fucking Sahara and back. My canteen is empty. That's why my throat's so dry.
This is Nick Nubz.
This is Chill Smith.
And we did it for the culture.
We did it for the culture. Guys had a great time. Nubz out.